Jacket football fans, welcome to the Coach Clay Stephenson Show, being brought to you by the Eye Place, the Eye Place. See Dr. Kenny Holloway, located right next to the high school track, next to the Calhoun High School. And we really appreciate Dr. Kenny Holloway and his professionals. Just go see them. They'll take care of all of your optometry needs. Wow.
Wow is the right word. That was a great game. It was a great atmosphere. It felt like a playoff game.
Yes, it
atmosphere
did.
with the crowd. The band and cheerleaders did such a good job of giving that home field advantage that we definitely needed, especially with a rivalry game like that. They had a good crowd as well, and it's always good to come out on top against Dalton.
You said during your podcast, in the Press Box podcast, that the team had a really good week of practice. I talked to several assistant coaches before the game, and a lot of times you go up and ask Coach, are the guys ready? Oh yeah. Your coaches were bouncing on the balls at their feet. They knew the guys were ready.
It was a great week of practice, best week we've had, and the focus was there. I had several people just today that weren't football coaches talk about how focused and ready we were to play. And it's one thing to have a good practice and be ready. You got to go out and execute, and that's what we did.
Your dad, David, said, it's an old football axiom. You have a good week of practice, it transfers to Friday, and boy, did it transfer to Friday. Couple stats before we get into the highlights. You had 24 first downs. Dalton had 13. I'm going to save the best for last.
Yeah.
We were 2 for 6 in passing for a total of 26 yards. They were 14 of 21 for 108. And we only had 1 punt in the game. They had 3. Rushing. They had a running back come in here averaging 228 yards a game, 10 yards a carry. He's had 2 300-plus rushing games. He has 1,570 yards. He's third in the state in rushing, the entire state, all classifications. He had 26 carries for 98 yards. And you came in here and quizzed me. He says, how many yards do you think we had rushing? So I started going through your 3 long touchdown drives and just thinking. I said, well, probably, I don't even remember what I said, 300.
Yeah, 300 yards, yeah.
Yeah, 300 yards. We had 56 carries for 427 yards rushing. And the Haas was number 21, Caden Williams. 40 carries for 261 yards. We got Amari Winston with 7 carries for 79 yards. Cam Curtis had 1 carry for 57 yards. Just hogs dominated the line of scrimmage. Coach Adam Hawley, the offensive coordinator, got to be singing. He might not go to sleep for 3 days. And then Coach Morrow's black shirt defense bottled up number 23. Bottled him up.
Yes, it was a good game plan going in. The kids went out and executed everything, offense, defense, special teams. I feel like every kid that went out there gave everything they had and played hard and played with effort. And our word this week was pride. We wanted to play for those guys that were in the stands. It was that's the Calhoun Dalton rivalry. Those guys that paved the way, and our kids stepped up, and I'm super proud of them. One for the win, but also getting that win for all the fans back there.
Since 2006, you're now 12-3 in the rivalry with Dalton. So as you just mentioned, for all those fans, all those daddies, uncles, sitting in the stands where it was almost impossible to beat Dalton in the 70s and 80s, boy, they're living high right now.
Yeah, it was 47 years until 2007 when Trey threw it to Derek. So I'm ready to watch it.
Why talk? Let's watch it play.
Right.
All right, we're going to go to the first half highlights. We lost the coin toss. They deferred, so we received as the smoke is clearing from running through the helmet. Nice banner by the cheerleaders, by the way.
It was very nice.
So they're booting the ball to get things started. And by the way, this is Dustin Kern's return. But we're not making a mistake when we call out Dustin Kern's wearing number 10.
No, he had 4. Caleb.
Oh, Caleb.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Caleb Ray.
Yeah.
Caleb Ray. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the switcheroo on.
So we line up 3 to the left. We got double W's.
Yeah, it's a play we've been running a lot. We just kind of wanted to address it a little bit with some motion and a formation.
And that was Caden getting the first of his many yards and many carries. I'll tell you what, the guy comes back from injury and carries 40 times.
Yeah, no, he was ready to go for sure.
He carried about 2/3 of your team's offensive snaps.
Yeah, he's a workhorse, works hard. You know, you don't get that without working hard in the weight room, and he kills it in there, and that leads to being able to have 40 rushes.
He's strong as concrete, Coach.
That's right.
Get the play in from the sideline. We're ready to go. Little motion with the W. Busted off right tackle. Ball came loose, but that was after he was on the ground. This is a nice drive. You had several long drives tonight.
Yeah, I feel like we're trying to. We knew they had a good running back, so if we can keep them off, it's a good big play right here to get the first down. By Justin Beasley, good sprint out by Trey and good throw.
And Trey survived well.
Oh yeah, everybody's good.
Yeah, I think so. Hall's Hogs were just dominant tonight.
So they played very well, and Ben and Nathan and Imari.
Yes.
From the slots or wings and tight ends played great as well. The offensive line was moving people, and they got a hat for a hat. It was a good play there with backside. But when you get a hat for a hat and you've got a running back like Caden, you're going to get
successful.
positive yards. That's right.
Yeah. Did they do anything different defensively?
No, they threw everything that we've seen on film.
Yes, okay.
And it's 3 or 4 different things. This is another look right here, a little 6-1. We worked on a lot this week. We thought we'd get that with our running sets, and we did.
Nice cuts. I don't know if he was down or not.
Yeah, we slowed it down. I don't think he was down because he was on top of somebody, but
okay.
He
was close.
Yeah.
So we turned the ball over at the 9, and they're going to take over. 0-0 ball game, as you can see. 9:47 left in the first quarter.
It's big for the defense right here. We're moving it like we wanted to, but these guys will fly around, like I said. Post game, you got to tackle this guy from all angles, and that by pursuing to the football. And I think we did that for the most part.
Yeah, you have to surround him.
Yeah.
And when you hold him to a 3-4 yard carry, it's like a big victory.
Yeah, some really good open field tackles, good hard physical tackles as well.
Throw it out here. They get a little bubble screen.
Yeah, they did a good job with this tonight. When we were loose, they kind of threw it out there. They called the flag there.
Penalty against us, moves it up 15. This is our sophomore quarterback, which played the whole game.
Too, yeah, that was good. It's tough to do that down the field. So you'll give them a 4 or 5 yard game sometimes. They're just not much space to run.
No, and just you've got him on the sides and front. You got people from behind. They just black shirts. Coach Morrow has to be tickled with that tip right there. Nice job, Caleb Ray.
That was a good play there, but I think Christian Smith got the tip.
Yep, that's what we had.
Have 4th down. And their deep snapper wasn't dressed out. So
is that right?
I think we hadn't seen this on film, but a little quick kick.
Yeah, this is about a 27-yarder. So we're going to take over at our 27-yard line. 1st and 10 with 7:06 left.
That's a good run here. Good blocking by Imari and Caleb and Caden on the edge.
He's looking. He finally gets shoved out of bounds.
Yeah, he had a little more space to run to the right. He might could have
exactly
for a touchdown, but that was a huge play. Huge play.
Yeah, it flipped the field on him. We're at the 16-yard line. Coach has got a frog in his toe, so we'll carry you through right here. Caden bounces it to the outside, gets inside the 10. So the Hall's Hogs are doing a nice job. Caden's reading things really well. They throw a flag at the end of this, which gives us a 1st and goal from inside the 5-yard line. They're going to spot the ball at the 4. Hand it off to Caden on the right-hand side, and he busts into the end zone. Foul on the right-hand side. You start with Hall's Hogs, and the way these guys blocked up front, just amazing as we go across the front. That time he followed Thomas Wells, Lance Malden, and Kelly Wells into the end zone. We line up in our tight formation. Matt Scoggins snapping, Isaac Green holding, and Carlos Lopez kicking. I found out before the game, Carlos had a good, whatever you call it, where he kicked with a bunch of kickers from across the region. He fakes, do a little sky kick from right to left. And Dalton, when they started running the ball across the field from right to left, I thought, well, we were going to get this guy, but he ended up getting a nice return. I thought the sportsmanship was pretty good amongst the players.
Yeah, no, it got a little chippy some, but that's what you expect.
Not much, yeah. So they're going to have it 1st and 10 at their 34-yard line with 6:28 left and Jackets on top, 7-0. So that was Caden's 8th rushing touchdown of the season. So they line up with 2 receivers to the right, wing to the right. You know, they bring in number 8 as a tight end, put him in a W, like a blocking back. That kid's big, good-sized kid.
Yeah, he is. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Good. Had to miss the touchdown.
Yeah. It was a good block.
It was a good kick by Carlos to go back to the kickoff. Kind of worried us a little bit, but he did an awesome job putting it exactly where he wanted to every time.
I was going to say every time he kicked off, when he did those sky kicks, they were just perfect because they were fielding him at the 30, 31, and most of the time calling for a fair catch because he got it so high. So they're at our 48-yard line.
It's a 3rd down or 2nd down here.
2nd down play, yeah. And they get just enough for 1st down, and the far side judge, I'm going to move up a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whistle several times tonight. I don't know.
Well, they let that one go on.
Sometimes they just stopped on their own, I think. Or I just couldn't hear it. But
I never saw him move his hands, so he just let that play go on and on. So it's 1st and 10 from our 44. And this is probably our only miscue of the night.
Yeah, and we're there, just didn't quite cover it well, but we worked that play a ton.
Is that right?
Scored against Sonorville on it. I think it was Sonorville. That's a good play, and a good throw and good catch.
So the White Hat wants us to slow down there a little bit.
They kept getting the ball off the field, the touchdown ball.
Yeah. This kid really sits low when he snaps the ball. I was just surprised he didn't roll it back there all the time. So it's tied up.
That's their backup center, so we thought we might could block something.
Well, you did get one.
We'll do later on,
Yeah. So it's tied up 7-7 with 4:06 left in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, he didn't hear the whistle there either. He was waiting for the whistle, and the clock was running down.
Yeah. Down to the 4.
Yeah, he puts a good kick.
Yeah, he does. Both their extra point guys and their kickoff guys, strong legs. So I'm surprised the side judge didn't throw a flag on that play.
Yeah.
We've got it 1st and 10.
We did get a flag somewhere because we got backed up a little bit.
14-yard line. Yeah.
Must have missed it on the film.
Yeah, it was unsportsmanlike conduct against us.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that play was. It was when they were walking to the huddle. I think you had a huddle on the sideline.
Yeah,
that's when the side judge threw it. So we have the ball at the 23 after that 9-yard gain.
It was a good job there of being patient and waiting for the hole
and nice balance.
Yep.
You know, he got tapped in the hole and kept his feet going.
Getting what we want right there. You know, every possession, it's are there any throws we want to throw, and it wasn't worth it.
No, it really wasn't.
We were getting what we wanted to.
Tight end left, blocking back left.
Yeah, we're getting, on our bad plays, it was 3 or 4. That's a 4-yard gain there.
That was 4. And we'd talked about this. Barry had mentioned it before pregame. If we stay ahead of the chains, we're going to be okay. Because as you said, our best defense is our offense to keep 23 on the sideline. So they come with a 5-man front there. I like how Caden took care of himself sometimes when he got to the sideline too.
Yeah, he did. That's what he's learned from last year to this year. Last year he's trying to finish every run. This year he's been a little smart.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Tight end left, wing to the left. We run to the strong side of the formation. Nice defense. You said when you came in here, their cornerbacks were pretty active.
Yeah, their corners, they were just good. They were good cover guys.
We got a 1st and 10 by the hair on our chin. So here go the Jackets. We're at our 46.
This is going to be a forward pass right here.
Yes, it is.
Don't blink. We missed it, but had it there. And just number 2, he did a good job of coming off the edge and making several plays. So we tried to run right at him in the second half, but he made a play there.
Yeah, I watched some tape with Coach Hall earlier today, and I was waiting for him to go to their 2-down linemen with 6 guys underneath.
Yeah, no, they only did that against Cass.
Yeah.
Gets in the spread all the time, but good hard running, just moving sticks, 3rd down.
Oh, he moved the pile here. He moved the sticks all right. He moved the whole team downfield.
Yeah, I'd still like for a whistle to bleed on somewhere in that
scrum.
Yeah.
So 2nd quarter begins. This drive started with 3:59 left in the 1st quarter. We started at our 14-yard line. We're in their plus territory. We're down to their 31-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down.
They're trying to get this edge right here, and I didn't quite get what we wanted.
I still like the shotgun wishbone. They threw a flag at the end of that one.
Yeah, it's a horse collar.
Yes, it was. Good call. Clint was on that call. Oh, there's a nice big hole. Brody Ballou and Christian Bell.
That's a big hole there, and good run.
Hard run. Down to the 4. They end up marking it at the 3. And into the end.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I feel like every one of these was late, or
I know.
We thought he was in. He wasn't. Trey later on, I think his hips got in. They marked him short on the goal line.
But they finally do signal touchdown. That is the 9th rushing touchdown of the season for Caden. Matt snapping, Isaac holding, and Carlos kicking.
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough when you got number 4 right there every time, right in your face for a kicker, but he did a good job.
He stayed with it. We line up which one's going to kick off. Carlos on the left, Sebastian Ramos on the right. And Sebastian kicks a sky kick from right to left down to the 21.
Good coverage here.
Yeah, that's good coverage.
When they line up like they had their hands team out there, so it's hard to have a hands team and a return, to be able to go block people.
So they take over 1st and 10. They're on 37-yard line, and there may be one other time where he gets a run this long during the game.
That's a good tackle by CJ.
Yep. Oh, there's a nice tackle. Brooks Brannon.
Yeah, Brooks played a good game.
Yeah, he had a
no defense. They're flying around, playing hard.
We did fly around. We swarmed, Coach. Yeah, you'll notice, folks, at number 8 they bring in as a blocking back. He's a 220-pound tight end, and when he comes through the hole, that's a pretty good blocker to have in front of you.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
Yeah, he is. 3 receivers right. Long 3rd down play. Yeah, just drop it. I think he heard footsteps, Coach. I think he heard Nathan Fuller coming.
Yeah, I think we had it. But number 1 is dangerous. He's a very good player, very fast. So he was a worry for us going in.
Fortunately, there's a flag on this play, which nullifies that bad snap.
Yeah, I know.
Backs him up 5 yards for illegal procedure. A little bit better snap.
Yeah, we're close there.
We got after that one. It takes a nice roll for him.
Yeah, it was tough.
What's going on here?
I don't know. But we got 6 yards out of it. So
Yeah, you did. We're going to take back over that previous drive that went through into the second quarter, 5 minutes and 10 seconds. So we're down to our 12-yard line with 8:31 left to go in a half.
a good run. Safety comes up and makes the tackle. 13's a good player. He's probably their most, I don't know, he's most physical. He's a good player. Good athlete back there.
Yeah, he was involved in, well, he had to make some tackles. Nice hole on the right-hand side.
Yeah, again, you got hat for a hat, and
Yep.
Caden finds the hole and hits it.
Well, he found
Into
the
the
hole
second
all
level,
right.
third level.
We're out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
Good run there by Corbin Fuller.
Yep, Corbin in there. I think that's Corbin's only carry of the game, if I remember correctly. Freeze him at the line of scrimmage. We're going to get the play in we want to run. You know, they've walked their linebackers up. This is like a 5-man front, and then that guy's threatening to make it 6.
Yeah, that's their base defense, a 3-4
Yeah.
with those dogs up real tight.
Just beyond our 38-yard line.
Yeah, we just said we were going to take 2 right there.
Sure,
We were
exactly.
gonna-
Get the first down.
If we didn't get it, we were going to go for it. But we got it on 3rd, which is nice.
You wanted these 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 2s, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Running backs either side of the quarterback. Or Caleb running the ball. Caleb Ray.
Yeah, just trying to give Caden a little bit of a break.
2nd down from the 46. We had about 8 to go. Nice push. I know we didn't get a whole lot of yards out, but we're getting a push off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a big play, this next one here.
Yes, it is.
We'd call a timeout. We call it right here. Line
Yes.
up, and it's a big play, so we want to make sure we're on the same page of what we're getting.
Did you stick with the play you'd originally called or not?
No, it was a good play here. Mostly Mari out, which I hadn't seen. A great catch. Won't throw a little bit outside, but anywhere in Mari's radius, he can catch it.
Yeah, he can catch it. And I thought he ended up putting the ball in the right spot.
Yeah, and I got his feet wet, and then we're like, we'll go ahead and just jump in.
Let's go the Wildcat with Imari.
Yeah, he's got to protect that football, though.
Yeah, he got a little loose there towards the end. I was afraid. We said during the broadcast, tuck that ball in.
Yeah, they do a good job of coming back with the backside and popping it out. We saw on film, so that was a worry.
1st and goal from the 9. They took a timeout, right?
Yep.
Line up in a shotgun. Give it to Caden. Bounces to the right-hand side. Keeps those legs churning. Get it down to the 3, where it's going to be 2nd and goal. And you're trying to work the clock a little bit here, too.
Yeah, the whole game, we're no reason to be in a hurry.
Nice spin move, but was that number 8 got a hand on his ankle?
That was a bad call on me. Brings up a 4th down.
Yep, 4th down from the half-yard line. Put Trey underneath center, or in our heavy set.
That's a big play.
Yeah, just push him in. And it took him a long time to call this.
Yeah.
But it's a touchdown. Trey Townsend gets his rushing touchdown.
Yeah, I think every goal line play, we couldn't tell.
I know.
One way or the other, didn't know if he was in or out several times.
And two of our touchdowns, the guy on the far side had ended up calling it, not the near side judge. Matt snapping, Isaac holding, Carlos kicking. It's over the Harold Somerville bandstand. We're up.
Yeah, we get out here, and what we had called, we were going to kick it to the number 1, and so I rush over and get a timeout.
We had 20. There's 36 seconds left. We lead 21-7. Boy, it was a beautiful night for the game, wasn't it?
It was. Didn't know if he heard me on the timeout, so I made sure he saw me there.
Yeah. That umpire that stands behind the defense, he's been doing games for years.
Yes, yeah. It's a good kick here, so we changed the game plan. Coach Perkins and Coach Hernandez. And that's the thing about Carlos. He can do whatever you tell him. It's like a video game. You can, like somebody hitting golf shots.
I'll tell you what,
he wants to.
He's one of the happiest kids in pregame I've ever seen.
He just loves playing, and
yes,
they
do a quick down and out there.
This is what they do. You know, we knew if we could get them in some passing sets, we had a good chance.
And we've backed up our DBs. We want to keep everything in front of us.
Yeah, and we're just about to get a pick here.
I don't know if Dustin was going to pick it or not, but CJ knocked it to the ground.
Yeah, and that was halftime there.
Yeah, at halftime. So the Yellow Jackets go in with a 21-7 lead, and you sprinted off the field. The team sprinted off the field. I mean, they were wired. I mean, they were ready. I think they would have kept on playing.
Yeah, I think that's why I was coughing so much right there. I sprinted up and had to take a few minutes to get my breath. But the kids were excited, but it was we've been there before. You know, we got up to Cartersville and the same kind of emotional game, and I feel like we played pretty much the same way. We're playing good offense, defense, and special teams. But it was very key there to yes, be excited, but let's focus on what we got to do in the second half.
The only difference between the Cartersville and the Dalton game was you had short fields against Cartersville. You had an 86-yard drive, and you had an 88-yard drive, and one 34-yard drive. Your 86-yard drive took 5 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, and your 88-yard drive took 7 minutes and 55 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, Coach Hall and Coach Collins were doing a good job of getting us in the best run look for what formation we were in, and it was one of those, like you said, every drive you look at what you might could throw, but we never needed to. So it was a good drive, and the defense is playing super hard, flying around, and playing fast and having fun. That was the key to go out and have fun. So, and I think we did that.
They had fun. We're going to take a look at the second half and have some more fun. We talked about, you want to put together. Dalton gets the ball the first half, second half, but we said, well, we need a stop, and then we need to put together our first good drive. He takes a fair catch. They're going to start at their 31.
Yeah, again, it was a perfect kick, exactly where we wanted to.
So Dalton's going to put together a nice drive here. And we're still surrounding Mr. Greenway.
Yeah, it was a good play there by defensive line and Christian closing in.
Yes.
Both Christians, Bell and Smith, it looked like.
Good low tackling, took his feet out from underneath him.
Yeah, Brad, 3rd and 5 is tough.
Yeah, they're behind the sticks right now. I thought the fan support was good tonight.
Oh, it was awesome. It was, like I said, it was like a playoff game. They were into it from the beginning to the end.
Do you like your walk-in?
I did. I liked it.
Yeah, same here. I did too.
It was a good play here. Motion out. Get us in kind of an unfamiliar formation and throw a little quick hitch.
CJ on coverage, help with Caleb Ray, as well as Christian Smith. That's a big tight end.
Yes, it is.
You know, on their offensive line, they don't have a senior starter. Juniors.
Yeah, and they do a good job too. They're they do a good job of working together and getting holes for. You don't run for that many yards without a really good offensive line.
They start running this bubble screen here, and I thought this was a ticky-tacky call. I didn't see anything excessive there.
Yeah, I don't know.
So they tack on another 15. There's another bubble screen.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of just taking what's there.
And the kid's getting a block.
Yeah.
That's blocking in front of the receiver. So give them credit. Down to the 13-yard line. They get it down to the 7.
Flags look good on the field.
The flags look great. I just thought it was a nice ceremony.
This is a good play here. It kind of got them
Oh,
behind. You know, you throw screens not thinking you're going to lose yards, and they threw it and lost 5 or 6, which
Dustin Kearns with the tackle, Caleb, was that Caleb Ray or Kearns on the
I think
tackle?
it was Dustin.
Dustin. Just keep backing them up, backing them up. They're back to the 15-yard line on a 1st and goal that started at the 7. Defense is really standing up. They're looking to throw into the end zone.
Great play here. Cam has such good ball skills. He can catch everything around.
Caleb helped referee.
Right.
Turnover, a pick by Cam. I think that's his 3rd of the season, maybe. And this is good running. They throw a flag here at the end of this play, and this is going to go against Dalton. Now, what's the deal? Why is it a 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there? We talked about this.
I have to find out. I'm not sure. I thought they were all 15.
Same here. I didn't think it was incidental face mask in high school.
But we got 1st and 1, so if there's any time we can take some shots, we try to throw a pass. And
he had somebody in his face.
Yeah, had it open. Then we go right back to
running the ball.
Yeah, and have a run through here, and now we're 3rd and 2 or 3 again.
Yep, 3rd and 2.
Yeah, they said that wasn't,
They said that wasn't a roughing penalty.
Which it may not have been, but the other ones were.
The other ones were, yeah. That was worse than the sideline one they called on us, I thought.
Yeah, so 3rd and 2 or 3.
We got our Wildcat with Amari, and we did.
This is the one we didn't have who we wanted in there.
Yeah, we took a timeout.
It's tough when we get in these sets because we use people who aren't normally on the offense,
right.
And they're down there getting coached by the defense. That's better ball security there, big 3rd down.
And Amari saw the hole and stuck it right up the middle of the field. 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
Stick with it, hand it off there, and that's a great play.
Yeah, see, this is what I like. Instead of trying to get 1 or 2 more yards, he's got the 1st down, he steps out of bounds, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
We're down to their 36, 1st and 10 for the Jackets.
Yeah, we'll get this one. I think this is the penalty.
Yeah, they're going to back us up on this one. You got a holding against. We're so 1st and 10 at their, or 1st and 20 at their 48. Well, actually, it ended up being a 12-yard penalty because it was thrown a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So we're at their 48. We got 1st and 22. And just misread.
Yeah, we got to do a better job out there blocking, number 1.
Yes.
But Trey wants to have that one back.
Yeah. So Dalton takes over, got good field position at our 46. They give it to the big boy, of course. Look at him. Look at your defense.
Yeah, that was a huge few plays right there.
Yes.
We're still moving the ball, get a huge penalty, and then throw an interception next play, and now it's a game again.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Because you get down there and at least try to get a field goal.
Well, and then he made this run up the middle, and thank goodness Cam Curtis got, because Cam doesn't tackle him, he's off to the end zone.
Yeah.
So number 2 came up and stuck him. So got it inside our 30-yard line, 1st and 10 at the 29. Then he glides out of bounds. So they send a couple receivers to the left. Quarterback does a good job of keeping his play alive, and then this kid makes a nice catch.
Yeah, he did. It was a good catch.
To spot that ball.
I'd like to see the slope, the
slow-mo on it.
just to see how it was.
If he juggled it?
It was a great catch.
Yeah.
I thought he landed out of bounds. I thought his elbow hit, but it was a good catch either way.
McCaden Griffin on the tackle there against Green Wade. We got G versus G. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
And that just about was the same kind of play.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah.
They trapped our screen and picked it, and we trapped it and just about got it.
Yep, you're right.
On the same exact play.
They hit the man on a little hook, little look in there on the left-hand side.
That was good. Good play.
So it's going to be 4th down from the 6.
Yeah, they have to call timeout.
Yep. And I mean, isn't 23 going to get this ball?
Yeah, you know, 4th and 3.
Yep.
They can run it or throw it. Just get the edge there.
It's a good tackle at the end.
It was one of the few times of getting out there and saved a touchdown on that one.
Make him snap it again. It's 1st and goal about the half-yard line.
Kept him out there again. It was, couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell who made the last hit to keep him from crossing the goal line. So they're going to have to try it again. 2nd down from the half-yard line, or inches.
Down here, you're just trying to live to play again.
Yeah.
You know, and just about did there. I had him in the backfield. He made a great run to.
Yeah, but he's a 200-pounder, pretty strong lower body.
Yeah.
So they've got a touchdown, makes it 21-13. Here's a key play, I think. So watch Nathan. See what Nathan does to Sager. And then look who gets the block.
Yeah, Sager got it. Yeah. That's a big play just from momentum. You know,
Yes.
1 point doesn't mean a whole lot because they're still 1 score away. But you can see the energy sinking out, and that block got the fans back in it and the siren going. So it was a very big play. You know, I'm preaching all the time. It doesn't. I don't know what play is going to change.
I just like how the senior coached up the freshman, and then he makes the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they score another touchdown, they got to go to it for a 2-point conversion, which they like their chances with 23 in the backfield.
Yeah.
But I'm like you.
I put a bottle right here on the field.
Yeah.
Had to get it off. And they kicked off, and we had a good return, had a penalty. We missed there.
Backed us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get another penalty. So we got two in a row there.
Yep.
That was tough in playing at home in a big game, and you get to, now it's 1st and 20.
Yeah, just a little messy right here for the Jackets.
Because we're thinking when we get the ball, we got to get a drive. They just scored, and then it's get a good kickoff return, and then holding. So
big run here.
Very big.
Because now we got a 3rd and short.
And you can get back to 3rd and short that we can manage. This is kind of a backbreaker.
Yeah, it is. He switched hands.
Yeah,
put that ball by that breastplate.
And that was him. You know, he didn't really run through the hole, but he said, "I'm gonna get the 1st down."
Well, they were bouncing off on him like a pinball.
Yeah.
It was like a bowl in a china shop. People were just bouncing off on him, breaking their necks. And we go back to the regular offense. Nice push on the left-hand side by Ballou and Bell.
Yeah.
And
I think Malden pulling around right there.
Yeah, I said the same thing on the broadcast. Lance did a nice job of pulling to that.
Going in that drive, we said if we're trying to just get to the 50 and get to the 4th quarter, and that's, we had to do it different ways, depending on the kickoff and depending on the other one, but we got to kind of where we wanted to be.
Yeah, this drive started at our 10.
Yeah, I didn't like what we had. I think actually they might have called timeout, but we were looking to call timeout.
3rd down from their 48. And just
it gets behind him. And we were trying to get Emar on the wheel. Good read by Trey, very good read.
And once again, he had just as he wanted to step up and throw, he had somebody right in his grill.
Yeah, it took a little longer than we wanted the play to develop.
Right.
That's what we didn't want. We didn't want to have to ever kick it to him, but good pursuit down there, and he gets 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, we trapped him. So they take over at the 30-yard line.
Good job of him out in space.
Yeah. This might have been his longest run of the night. He didn't have a run over 20 yards. That was 19.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So we just read this tunnel screen perfectly.
Good job of Isaac getting off the block.
Yep.
That's what they work every day, shedding the block and making tackling.
Yeah, we're backing him up. We got him back on the negative side of the 50. And then, that looked like a good gain, but it was only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, closing the holes quickly.
So they're just shy of our 48. 3rd down and 9. This is nice.
It's a screen. They're trying to run across the field. The receivers are blocking. Do a good job there.
Nice open field tackle.
Their quick kick again.
I think that was Brooks on it, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Another shanked punt. It gets a good roll.
It does. I mean, they if either do that, then gives us a chance to block one. So.
Yep. So they spot the ball at our 20-yard line. There's 8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, we get it, and we're like, we gotta make a drive to go win the game. That's what we talked about in the huddle.
Yep. Put it on the shoulders, on the backs of the Hall's Hogs, and they'll react.
Yeah.
Tonight they carried this offense. Got them froze, get the play called in from the sideline. Trey lets the Hogs know what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to let all the clock we can run out. Very good play here, good run.
And that's a tough situation to have your team in, where you've got a lead, you're confident that you can go down and get a score, but you got to milk the clock too, just in case you don't.
Another third and short. Just
Wildcat again.
Yeah.
Big number 85, Amari Winston running the ball. We'll put Trey back at quarterback after that run.
Yeah, first down.
Yep, from the 38, or 34 rather.
Getting the spread set, which didn't do much. And Caleb does a good job here of.
Yeah, this is a nice run.
A good block there. I think it's Jackson on the outside. Very good block, good run.
Look at Coach Hall congratulating Caleb.
No, he was trying to keep him from getting another penalty. Is actually what he was doing.
Okay. All right, now we've got the ball at our 47-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for the Jackets. And Coach Hall wraps him up. He can't do much else.
No, you can't do much.
Just pay attention.
He wraps you up.
Give the Caleb one more time.
Great run here, just spilling Caden a little bit.
Double wing on the left-hand side. We're going to the left-hand side out of the Wildcat, and he's just making people bounce off of it.
Good blocking there, and that's a run. You got to be patient. And he was patient, hit the hole.
1st and 10 at the 39. Back to Trey at quarterback. Nice bounce out. Nice run. Down the sideline. Steps out of bounds. This is good.
Yeah, as soon as he did it, he came up and said, my bad. And I think he corrects it right here. I think he gets to the sideline and takes and goes down. It's inbounds. Right here, that's what we want.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to run the clock.
Yeah, if we can get 30 seconds every time that we can run off.
Yeah, you run 3 plays, you run a minute and a half off the clock.
Really looking, trying to, our worst getting field goal range right here.
That's what we're in
field goal range, but try to get a little better angle and get it to the middle there. And Carlos is good from that distance, so we felt good about it. I think it's his 3rd down here, but we get the first.
Hand off to Caden, he gets the 1st down. He's trying to get in the end zone. He's down in near the goal line.
That's a big run.
Huge.
You don't want to have to rely on a field goal. Trust them to do it if we needed to, but now we got 1st and goal from the 1.
Line up. Trey under center, heavy on the right.
Yeah, I had to call timeout here. It gets in easily.
You were running down the field to get this timeout.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't get to the delay game, and it got down to 2. So
yeah.
I had to show my speed off and get down there and get the timeout.
Looked like Dabo Sweeney running down from Howard's Rock.
And they got everybody crowded in. They're pinching inside. During that timeout, they showed us what they were doing on our sky coach, and so we tried to go outside.
Caden just walks in.
Yeah, and that you like to think that seals it, but you never know. But we're up.
Well, that score came
2
with
scores.
1:56 left. That was a 6-minute and 4-second drive, and boy,
exactly what we needed.
Exactly.
Let's have a drive to go win the game, and 6-minute drive was even better to go win the game.
That's like waking up on Christmas and your parents got the exact gift you wanted.
That's right.
When you opened the box. This was it. through the uprights and on its way to third base, and we're up 28-13.
Yeah, so, again, nothing big on the kickoff right here, and we feel good about making them have 2 drives to go win it, and an onside kick somewhere in there. But still worried you here. This is the best kick of the night, I think. It's right there in no man's land.
Right. Back to Kid up. He's got to fair catch it.
Yeah.
So now they've got to run. They've got to come down the field. They have to make plays, and we get a great sack here on first down.
Yeah.
Here comes Nathan. Goes through a block.
Oh, he goes in the ground, gets up. That's a great play.
Oh, it's a great play. That's the senior leadership right there.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's pumped. Quarterback rolls to the right-hand side. He's got no place to go. He steps out of bounds. We don't hit him.
Yeah, I'm yelling over there. You can't hear me, but I'm still yelling.
Back in the pocket, moves out, throws it out, and it's out of bounds. This is nice coverage by Cam.
It was a good catch, but he was out of bounds.
Well, yeah, the only way it was going to be completed was out of bounds. Cam was all over him like a wet blanket. Throw the ball down the field. Oh,
and there we go.
Dustin.
Now we can breathe right there. And
I think Dustin was so upset after, but he didn't realize that was the game.
Yeah, ball game there.
We're in victory formation.
Whenever you can take a knee.
Our favorite play.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. We'll snap it twice and run this puppy out. So the Yellow Jackets improved to 6-3 on the season, and more importantly, 3-1 in the region. Clinches a playoff spot.
It did. It was big. As good a wins as we've had all year.
Yes.
Good road wins that we've had all year. It came down to we got to win 1 or 2 to get in the playoffs, and we do. We win the first one, then we get to win the second one for the number 1 seed in the region championship. So a lot on the line next week, but this week was the get in, and now everybody. I think all 4 teams are decided. I think Cass beating Hiram put Hiram out, and now it's a matter now it's a matter of playing for seeds.
Which we will be doing next week when we take on Cass. But again, 56 rushes for 427 yards, and Caden 40 rushes for 261. Amari out of the Wildcats 7 carries for 79 yards. Just outstanding evening. One of the few times I know you never like it, but one of the few times you don't win a turnover battle, but you dominated everything.
Yeah.
So it was just.
And when you can run it 56 times for that, it looks like a. I told Coach Brooks, he was Commerce's quarterback back a long time ago. Looked like a Commerce stat line because they didn't let him throw it, but 6 times per year. But it was. I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. I was
going to say, I'm trying to think back to the Wing T days when we had 427 yards rushing.
Yeah, I got Mr. Craig digging, so next week we might have some
information.
Stats,
yeah, it's just unbelievable. We play Cass at home next week. It's senior night.
Senior night at home.
Hey, military appreciation night. We sent the veterans home happy.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a good night. It's always good to get those guys. Sometimes we talked about before the game of make sure when you see red, white, and blue, know what it means. Not just trying to get it on for a picture, but there are people out there that a lot tougher than you and I that go out there and do things to enable us to get to live the lives that we have. And anytime we can show appreciation to them, we try to do it. And we appreciate the ones that came out tonight. And so try to make sure I use it as a teaching moment for the kids. And hopefully we did.
Barry and I remarked, we really appreciated the players going up and shaking their hands when they gave them the flag. It was just a nice ceremony. Cass comes to town, the Colonels, our last purple and gold team that we play in the regular season this year.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have a good week of practice. Everybody gets healed up, rested up. It is the 10th game of the season. Everybody's got bumps and bruises on every team that plays. But the guys are in good shape. They're going to come to practice on Monday and be ready to go, I'm quite sure.
No doubt, and that's going to be the challenge of we can't have a letdown. No. After a big win, how have we grown as a team to now have a big win and follow up with another big win? So that'll be the message, and the kids this week, I'm telling you, it finally, I think, clicked. It finally clicked, as in you have to do stuff and play together as a team, and play for each other. You know, the message from the get-go was see over me and make sure that you're putting Calhoun and the guys that you're playing for and the guys that have played before, putting them over yourself and going out and playing hard. And they doggone did it tonight.
We feel in watching the last couple of weeks that this team is really coming together right now.
It is. Been through a lot. I mean,
yeah.
It's been a tough year on those players and coaches of just the ups and the downs. That it feels like a whole season already. But
the first half of the season felt like a whole season.
Yeah, it did. But I truly believe all those tough games we played and all the adversity, even on the losses that we've had, you know, if we can keep using that to get better, that's what we've done so far.
Well, we've got the home crowd used to cheering on a victory, so we're gonna keep that enthusiasm there in the crowd as well as with the guys. The middle school had a really good game this past week.
Middle school won another regional championship. I think that's 2 or 3 in a row. So proud of those guys. Coach Regan and his staff did a great job and good job on the season. Is
the rest of the under varsity programs done now?
Who knows? Who knows? We've gotten so many games canceled on us this year. We're just calling everybody around. I think we do have one for Dalton. Coach Carpenter and I talked about it for a minute after the game. I think it'll be a combined 9th grade and JV game.
Okay.
Next week, but
someday
we'll see.
Yeah. Check your internet. We'll keep you informed.
That's right.
Once again, congratulations, outstanding victory. And I think everybody that left the game can't wait for next Friday to get here.
Yeah, it was definitely an exciting night. Again, I appreciate all the crowd coming out, and I feel like they were there early, and they were loud the whole game.
Yeah, the stands were filled up. It was just a great atmosphere. I'd like to thank our producer and director, Coach Brant Murray, keeping us online. And folks, we really appreciate you watching the game. If you'd like to watch the Boys of Fallen, who wouldn't want to watch this game many times? Just go to CalhounTDClub.com and look for the Coach Clay Stephenson Show, and you can watch this as many times as you want. Once again, the Yellow Jackets victorious 28-13. We'll see you at Cass this coming Friday when it's senior night. You've been watching the Coach Clay Stephenson Show.